Thank you. The third issue, assisted dying. And this is an issue which has been in the papers this week. There's been another high-profile case of someone going to the Dignitas clinic in Switzerland. There's a big row in the Royal College of Physicians about whether or not they should come out in support of assisted dying. And I saw that just yesterday, Vince Cable, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, for those who don't know, the leader of the Liberal Democrats, has come out and said that he is in favour of assisted dying. He's changed his mind. So this is our third question, live or let die. It might seem surprising to you that an issue of the magnitude of life or death could be determined by twist of a metaphor. Paradoxically, the more emotionally fraught the matter we're dealing with, the more likely we are to seek refuge in a metaphor. It provides sanctuary, and sometimes the facts of a case are simply too hard to bear. Some of you may remember the case a few months ago of Alfie Evans, a young baby who was on a life support machine at Alderhay Hospital in Liverpool. There was a big row about how he should be treated. The family wanted Alfie kept alive. The hospital wanted his life support machine to be switched off. As is so often the case, these different perspectives were then articulated through different metaphors. So to the family, Alfie was a fighter, a soldier, a warrior, a gladiator. They created a campaign group for him and they called it Alfie's Army. The hospital had a different metaphor. They said that Alfie was in a semi-vegetative state. Both sides were spinning. Alfie was no more a gladiator than he was capable of photosynthesis, or that he had roots. And I was particularly concerned about the use of the vegetative metaphor, given a previous study had shown that we attribute fewer of the qualities of life with someone in a vegetative state than we do to people who are dead. Yeah, we actually see people in a vegetative state as more dead than dead people. So I wanted to test this. I had a researcher go out and ask 200 people whether they agreed that Alfie's life support machine should be switched off. The first 100, she told that Alfie had an undiagnosed degenerative neurological condition, which was the precise medical terminology used in that case. With those words, just 23% of people agreed his life support machine should be switched off. Then we introduced the metaphor. We were spinning, we knew we were, but we wanted to test the metaphor's power, and we were staggered. Doing nothing more than introducing that language led to a doubling in the number of people who thought his life support machine should be switched off. So it should be of intense concern to us that almost all of the press coverage about this case referred to Alfie as semi-vegetative. It should also concern us that in a 12,000-word judgment, just 2 sections were put in bold and italics by the judge for emphasis, one of which was this term, semi-vegetative. Equally, it should concern us that as assisted dying is becoming a political issue around the world, so the use of this term is increasing exponentially. Hansard shows just one reference to the term in the whole of the 19th century. 19 years into this century, there have already been 67 references. If we're talking about science, shouldn't we stick to science?